All right, guys, so tonight we're going to look at Old Overholt. Shout out Big D, thank you so much for sponsoring this video. If you would like to sponsor a bottle for review, just comment on this post or slide into my DMs. When I started researching it, I found out Old Overholt had changed a few things, so I realized there was a little bit of A-B comparison we're gonna be able to do in this Old Overholt review. Some of the changes happened just about 2 years ago. They decided to make some changes to their product line as well as add some whiskeys to their product line. At one time, Old Overholt Rye Whiskey was one of the most highly regarded and respected whiskeys in the United States. It was a favorite of Ulysses S. Grant and Doc Holliday. It is one of the oldest and continually produced whiskey lines in the United States as well. It was a Pennsylvania rye started in the 1800s that was bought by Beam in 1987. Beam Suntory still holds the Old Overholt line, and roughly 2 years ago, actually in the spring of 2020, they released that they were going to make some changes to their lines. The 80 proof Old Overholt Rye was going to bump up to an 86 proof, the old label prior to these changes 2 years ago. And here's the new label. Obviously you can see we got the bottled and bond in red across the front here, as well as the red cap. I'm told that these changes reflect the way the bottle used to look. You ain't happy about something, I'll tell you that. Man, check your face, why you mad, eh? Got a little snarl going on in this new bottle, so that's a change as well. Let's talk about changes inside the bottle. The main change is the non-chill filtration now that the new whiskey is subject to. This older whiskey, chill filtered. The new one, non-chill filtered. This non-chill filtration is going to apply to the entire Old Overholt line. So watch for an upcoming video on chill filtration. We'll tackle that subject as well. One of the new expressions they're going to release is a 4-year-old 114 proof Old Overholt Rye, which is a nod to the 114 proof Old Granddad that we all know and love. The 114 is said to reflect what a cask strength whiskey would have been like around the time of Prohibition. They're also adding a 92.6 proof 11-year-old Overholt Rye to their expression. Kind of sounds like an old Overholt radio station. 92.6 The Holt. 92.6 smooth jazz. All right, let's pour them out and get into it. Really what I'm looking for here is just a difference in the non-chill filtration. We're gonna kind of put that non-chill filtration to a test, at least in the Old Overholt expressions here. We'll see if maybe one has a little more flavor than the other. A little bit of difference on the nose already. Ooh, a little bit of difference on the color as well. So you can see color difference right away. This one lighter, the old, let's nose this older. This is the chill filtered. Oh yeah, rye up front, rye on the nose. Dry dirt, dry dust, corn, brown sugar. A little earthy and sweet. I hate the word medicinal. I hate it. It's there though. Some perfume notes. Corn and barrel char, cream corn. Salty, salted caramel, salty. This is non-chill filtered. Let's give this one a sniff. A little more subdued, not as volatile. Darker brown sugar kind of thing. And a sweeter toasty thing happening. They do smell similar. This one's a little more darker sugar, darker complected, a little more finished. Okay, there's some nice soap, like perfumed soap, a little honey. Ooh, dusty candy shop. The older one smells more like rye. The newer one smells a little sweeter, a little more finished. Dive right in and take a little taste of this. The first one, this one is chill filtered. Took a pretty big gulp though. It's a little unfinished around the edges. I can taste that this is a lower price point bottle. You know, a little alcohol, a little ethanol-y there. It's hitting me right up front with the brown sugar, and there's a nice rye earthiness to it. Spiciness, barrel char on there, the oak. You know, I'm just gonna be honest, there's not a ton happening. It's absolutely drinkable, pleasant, not unpleasant at all. There's just not a lot happening complexity-wise. It's kind of like alternating between earthy barrel char and brown sugar caramel sweetness. Really, I mean, for the price point. I mean, there's a reason Old Overholt is still something that people talk about now. It's leaving a nice little aftertaste there though, nice little rye sweetness aftertaste. When I just took a swig of water right now to cleanse my palate, I noticed that there was definitely a fruitiness on here as well. So maybe add some ice or a drop or two of water to this to get some of those fruity notes. Jump into the newer version, the non-chill filtered version. Oh my God, this one's opened up now. Oh God. Oh, maple fucking syrup, dude. Holy shit. Maple glazed donuts. Jesus, candied pecans, candied caramel candies, lots of candies. Fucking smells like rum cake, man. Oh, let me get this on the tongue, man. Come on. Yeah, these are two very distinctively different whiskeys. It just coats with a nice sweetness. Boy, that's good for 100 proof. This is good. Oh my God. It's a caramel custard party in my mouth. It's sticking around on the tongue as well. I'll say this about both of them. They really have a nice linger. They're hanging out. This one hung out and got fruity. This one just hanging out and being sweet, dark maple, caramel, kick you in the teeth, man. This one would be great for cocktails because it's got a real nice sweetness, a lot of character. It's got a darkness to it. It's going to hold its own in the cocktail. In fact, it will Old Overholt its own. He heard that joke. That's why he's making that face. Look how mad he is. Well, guys, I think it's pretty clear to me. There's a coolness factor to having one of these old bottles. They're not going to be around forever. But as far as the whiskey that's inside of them, this one, the clear winner for me. Beat it on the nose, beat it on the palate. They were both good. They both hung out. They both had long staying power on the palate. Initially, this one opened up a whole lot more. But man, once I came back to this one, it just opened up with all kinds of sweet caramel. It was like maple. It was like a maple bomb, baby. Really coated the palate. It was good stuff. I would say for the price point, again, 25 bucks on this, the Old Overholt, give it a try. Get you one of these red cap ones. Old Overholt bottled in bond. Definitely want you to check this one out. It is tasty, got a good history, got a good story. Check it out. Don't piss Abe off.